Hello, welcome to the 199 Unlisted podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I am wearing a anime pullover. Got it from Amazon. Cost $12. Anyway, we are going to look at black kids who can't read. Apparently, this is going viral. The student who recorded these videos, he is being threatened by the school district to be expelled because he has exposed that these kids can't read, and you gotta see this. Okay.
Read the end score for me.
She wore a suit, clothes that were. Who's this for?
This girl's retarded. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche. I've actually never seen the last word before in my life. But anyway, it looks like gauche, GAU. I don't use that word, but anyway, she wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche. Or gauche, I don't know. But anyway, you see how I read it. It's not that hard. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche. Okay, so this person who, I mean, now first of all, it's a girl. So she has the nails, she has a nose ring. Obviously she has bad parents. Your high school daughter should not have a nose ring. That's just weird to me. But anyway, she's retarded. How does she not know how to read this?
What the fuck does that say? Why am I reading this? No, I'm not reading this. This is a whole
Fucking
bunch of-
retard.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean? Read the end score. How do you feel? Read the end score. Read the end score for me.
She wore a suit, clothes that were.
A Sue.
Who's this for?
You retard.
Extraordinary, but somewhat. Gertrude?
Now explain what that means.
I don't know.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever it's called.
This fool said she wore a sahalat. She wore a sahalat. He belongs on a field. He belongs on a field. He said she wore a sahalat. What? I mean, I understand, and I really mean this because I've read a lot of books, and so silhouette is common, extraordinary is common. Those are common words, so there is no excuse. And then you have to, you are required to read. Well, at least when I was in high school, you had to read certain books that that are American staples, and they use both of those words. Silhouette should not be a word that is weird to you, because that's used in a lot of books. But whatever. Okay.
But somewhat gooch.
What does that mean?
She wore a lot. Wait, she wore. Bro, I don't know, bro.
I don't know, bro, but I could sell you some crack.
Can you take the card back, please?
She wore a. Oh, baby. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were. Bitch, I don't know that word. I don't even know how
Bitch, I don't know that word.
to read. I don't know why I did.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche.
All right, now what does that mean?
I have no idea. Like his clothes was nice or something like that.
She wore a. I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say.
Do you know where your father is? No.
I can't read it. Can't read it. Can't read it. Can't take back.
Read the ending score for me.
She wore.
And it's funny how this girl looks like a Kanye West daughter. Anyway, these kids are retarded. And I don't know if it's like... Let's... Okay.
Read the ending score.
What the fuck does that say?
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule. That's not that hard. The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule. It's not that hard. I am of average intelligence, so I read it kind of easily, right? Okay.
Why am I reading this? No.
You fucking dumb bitch. Why am I reading this? Just read it.
I'm not reading this. This is a whole bunch of bullshit.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
He's asking the choir to accommodate to the governor's schedule, right?
Yeah, in your own words.
There's a governor's schedule, and so the colonel is asking the choir to accommodate to it.
In your own words.
I don't know, bro.
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
All right, what does that mean?
Right? They asked the people to sing for the governor's
Wait,
schedule.
what?
How do you feel about the
Wait.
Read the ending score.
Wait. What was going on with that girl?
Read the ending score.
Wait.
How do you feel about the Philadelphia
Why was that
education
girl...
17 schools. Read the ending score.
What the fuck does that say?
Stop. What is going on with this girl? Hold on. Jesus Christ. This girl... Is that a fake beard?
How do you feel about the... Read the ending score. Read the ending score for me.
I know.
Never
I'm jumping
shower
all,
again or never
I'm
brush
jumping
your
all over the place.
Read the
I
ending
gotta
score for
find
me.
that girl again.
My sister said you the cute. Read the ending score.
What the fuck does that say?
For the governor's
What is
schedule.
going on
I
with
don't know
her
what this
face?
means. The colonel asked
That
the
is
choir
so
to
weird.
accommodate the governor's schedule.
What does that mean?
He asked the choir to accommodate. I don't know, bro. It mean he asked him to read his schedule. So like, I mean,
The colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule
What does that mean?
to sing with the governor.
Read the ending score.
What the fuck does that?
Oh my god. Why does that girl have a fake beard? Oh
How do you feel about the...
god. Got some retarded people. Let's see this one.
Never shower again or never brush your teeth again.
Wait, first of all, brush my teeth then. I don't want to stink.
Would you rather never shower again or never brush your teeth?
Never shower again.
Never brush your teeth again or never shower again.
Never brush my teeth.
Never brush your teeth again or never shower again.
I'm not showering, bro.
Wow. Anyway, there's a reason why we need segregation. And it goes amongst all, and it's not even about race. It's about upbringing. It's about social classes. Okay, so and it's also about intelligence. So if you segregated, let's say everyone with a 90 or below IQ and put them in one section, and they weren't allowed to interact with people with a 100 or above IQ, and had them live in two different cities, I bet you the crime in the 100 and above IQ place would be zero. I'm not even kidding. If you took everyone who knew how to read, either one of those, whatever, If you took everyone who knew how to read those cue cards and put them in one part of the city and separated them from the people who couldn't, the crime in the part of the city where people could read and understand those cue cards, the crime would be zero. And then the other part of the city, it would have burned down. It's really that simple. And of course, the people have to be of Western values. So either Christians or whatever, Catholics, just some Western religion, or atheist. No, like third world bullshit or Muslim crap. Okay. And if you put all those people in the same spot, 100 IQ or above, it'd be a paradise. And see, these kids right here who can't read, even though they're... How have you been in school since kindergarten? I'm assuming so, and don't know how to read. Now, I knew how to read before I went into kindergarten. My mom taught me how to read when I was like 4 years old. I was reading when I was 4 and 5 years old. I remember learning how to read at 4. And it was really easy. My mom read a book and I just read along with her. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't that hard. So thinking back to when I was 4, and I didn't know I was being taught how to read. Actually, I was just copying what my mom was saying. So I'm talking like Dr. Seuss, "Go dog go." It wasn't that hard to learn how to read. It was just you copied. I copied what my mom said. So she opened up a book and pointed at the word. I'm not exaggerating. Go dog go, and I said, "Go dog go." And then after reading that book like 10 times, you read a book that had like more complicated words, whatever. It just kept going on and on and on. Now, you didn't know what the words meant, but you knew how to pronounce them. Okay, anyway. So I'm just saying, if a 4-year-old me could learn how to read, what is going on with a 16-year-old right here who doesn't know how to read? What's going on with the school? What's going on with the teachers? Like, how do you let that slide? I mean, that is just weird. I don't know. But anyway, everyone's talking about this, but I see this as a warning. And I don't know if this is partly attributed to the lockdowns, because these kids would have been in middle school during the lockdowns and they would have missed 2 years of schooling during middle school. So I don't know if that's why that they were like retarded basically. But we are going to have a crazy uptick of crime over the next probably 10 years, because we're going to have a group of kids who just didn't learn the basics. And so it's either going to be counterbalanced with AI taking their jobs, and maybe we'll get like universal basic income so they can get money so they don't have to go. Because I think that's what's going to happen. I'm just guessing. I think AI is going to take so many jobs that people aren't going to be able to work. So they're going to have to do universal basic income so money can be flowing in our society, so corporations can stay afloat. Because it's not about us, it's about the corporations. Because if the populace, if society doesn't have money to buy stuff, things are going to go out of business. And so we need money flowing. So maybe it's a good thing that this group of kids is so stupid and they won't be able to work, you know. And so that could have been on purpose. I mean, I don't know, because it's kind of weird that like you made a generation of stupid people, but at the same time, AI, robots, whatever, are taking all these jobs, but they're taking the jobs that these stupid people would have had. So now these stupid people, like the ones that can't read here, can't work. But you need people working for taxes and just, well, mainly taxes, because that's what the government cares about. So now they can't work because it's cheaper to have AI and robots to do their job. But you pay them universal basic income, and now they have money, and so now they still pump money into the system, into the, whatever, Amazon, whatever, DoorDash, whatever. They go to Target, whatever. They're pumping their money into society, so that gets taxed at least, and it like funds the whole system. So I'm thinking this is why these kids can't read, because they don't want them to know how to read. They want them to be stupid because they don't want a workforce. They want a AI force or a robot force. And then all these people would just stay home, live on the internet, get their, you know, get their government, paycheck, and then put that back into the system to keep things going. So it's almost like all these people are going to grow up to be human batteries, basically. This is what the future looks like when I see this. Now, I know this is a very small portion of the population, but I'm just going to assume that at least areas like this demographic are going to be totally like this. Now, if this was like a white school, like let's say you went to Beverly Hills and did this, I bet you all the kids could read. You know, but I'm sure there's a big portion of the population, at least based on the kids who miss school because of the lockdown. I bet you a lot of them are like this though. But I think this is indicative just to a certain demographic. But if you take the overall picture, I think kids who miss those 2 years of school are dumb like this. Pretty positive. Anyway, yeah, future's looking bright.